Hello. You're returning to the episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's second topic: troubled waters have come forward for Lamar Jackson's protection and the Baltimore Ravens defense. Look, guys, in all honesty, there's nothing really wrong with the defense. They'll always get that done. But if you're just now hearing the Ravens have declined Linderbaum's fifth-year option, I believe it was, and they picked up Kyle Hamilton's fifth-year option. Now, Linderbaum, I believe if he stayed and they did that, they would have to pay him like $23 million. They don't got no money. Where God is my money? Oh! It's nasty. But now, this puts everything in flux. This morning, I even talked about it. I said, the best player on the line by position is Tyler Linderbaum. And he didn't even do crazy like, oh my God, he's amazing. But he was undoubtedly the best or most consistent player on our line. Bar none. You can't even argue it. He was more consistent than Ronnie, than Rosengarten, than Falele, Voorhees. And now we got to deal with this. I'm actually, because they addressed it. So I got it right here. Don't worry. You know I bring everything to you guys, to your knowledge, so that you guys can see it. I'm going to read it to you. It says, we are exercising the fifth-year option for Kyle Hamilton with the goal of working towards a multi-year contract extension. While we will not apply the fifth-year option to Tyler Linderbaum, a.k.a. the center, the hiker for Lamar Demetrius Jackson, it is our intention for him to remain a Baltimore Raven long term. Now, you see how that's worded differently? I want to make sure that you see that. You see how that's worded differently. Think about what they had said, that we are exercising the fifth-year option for Kyle Hamilton with the goal of working toward a multi-year contract extension. So they're like, oh, we're working towards it. It's being done right now. We got it. And the other one was like, while we will not apply the fifth-year option to Linderbaum, it is our intention. Meaning that, oh yeah, we're going to try. But make no mistake about it, we ain't paying that money. So if he don't want to pay the money, then he got to go. And who is that from? Statement from General Manager and Executive Vice President Eric DeCosta. Hold on. He's both? So he's the General Manager and the Executive Vice President? Or is that the same thing, just two different? I didn't know that. I didn't know he was both. I thought those two separate things. I didn't know he was both. But guys, I specifically told you guys this. We talked about it, and we talked about it about Zay Flowers. I told so many people, we talked about it, and I said, Zay's not a top 20, wide receiver. And I think the low, even if you're giving him grace, he's not top 15. And I said that eventually, when it's time to pay Zay, the Ravens will not pay Zay. Zay is on pretty much a 4-year plan, and he will be playing for somebody else. The reason why Bateman did it is because they're paying him a pittance of pennies to get that level of production and ability out of a wide receiver. So that's why no other wide receiver is going to take that deal. None. The Ravens were happy to give that to Bateman. Ecstatic that Bateman signed that. But Zay, yeah. And we talked about how the Ravens are, when it comes to the offense, going to have trouble re-signing guys, and they're going to make a lot, and they're going to miss out on some guys. And look, I understand that you can't sign everybody. Fair. But once again, this is exactly why I said, why I hold those 5 years against them. Because we're still paying for the sins of those 5 wasted years of Lamar's rookie contract. Because here's the thing. It wasn't just wasting the contract. You weren't properly building the O-line. You weren't properly getting like quality weapons. None of those things. So then it comes down to the nitty gritty now, to where everybody is about to get paid almost at the same time. And now you're like, yeah, we can't keep none of these guys. That's why I tried to tell y'all gotta watch what they say. You heard it when him and the owner were talking, like, we're in a window. In actuality, you would think, why would they be in a window? You should be in a window the window should be every year because you have Lamar Jackson. But they're thinking a lot of these players will not be here in the coming years. So we got to get one now, because they're going to be looking to flip everybody out of here and then start fresh with young, cheap talent. I know I get on a lot of people say I'm negative, but when stuff like this come out and y'all don't read like the fine print, and then I connect everything and people start getting into their, because people are going to watch this and get into their feelings. Nitro, you're so negative. Why are you like that? But I'm telling you, the Ravens are going to be Chris Tucker when in Rush Hour 1 when they find out what Linderbaum's supposed to get paid.
$50 million? And who you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?
I'm serious. The highest centers are making like 17, 18 mil a year. So, yeah. So I'm trying to tell people, I'm like, bro, this is nasty. But it's like, what's your choice? Defensively, you're going to have to pay Kyle Hamilton. That's without doubt. They're not going to re-sign Roquan. I'm letting y'all know that now. This is going to be after this contract, he's gone. They have Matt Abike on that. And if Mike Green becomes what we think he become, they're going to have to pay Mike Green. So that's 3. And then, of course, Humphrey's deal is coming. That's ending soon. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And then you're going to have to worry about Wiggins coming up. So they're only going to pay about 4 guys from the defense. Technically 2 guys, maybe 3 on the offense. That's who they're going to pay. Everybody else, those are fill-ins. Oh, boy. Everything has a price. And because you wasted that rookie contract, you wasted all that time, you didn't build for the future, you've had to rely on draft picks. Now when those draft picks hit, there's a strong chance that we might not keep them. What will you guys say right now if we end up moving off of Linderbaum and Zay Flowers? What will you tell me? I already told you with the Derrick Henry thing, and everyone's telling me I'm wrong, and now you're having Ravens fans that are seeing it. Now I've been like, yeah, well, he's old, so I don't really mind that anyways. And I'm like, there's a good chance Henry could run for 1,500 yards, 1,600 yards this season. And y'all going to want to move off that? Even if Derrick Henry's not losing a step for at least another 2-3 years. I said, give him a 2-3 year extension. Let him be in Baltimore for at least the next 2 years. And you front load it so you don't have nothing in the back end. Boom. Problem solved. But that's why they got that big back for the undrafted free agent. I'm trying to tell you, it's all connected. I'm going to touch on that in another video. But it's all connected. And as quickly and as fast as you guys understand that, the less heartbreak will happen for you guys. You'll still be mad about it, but the heartbreak won't be there. But I'll still hope for the best. Hopefully they can sign both of them. We will see. Pray to God for it. Because you need to protect Lamar. We need to. It's imperative. That's where I'm at with it. But what do you guys think? Do you think the Ravens are doing everything they can to protect Lamar Jackson? And do you think that if Linderbaum ends up moving on to greener pastures, that will be problematic for us in the future? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please. All right? But as always, that's episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, and the notification bell, leave a comment. Guys, you know I love the comments. And guys, remember to check out the Wunderkind Morning Show live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. in the mornings. And we cover everything, hot topics, sports, all of that. And we end every show with a bit of nostalgia. And the nostalgia takes place from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. So guys, be there or be square, okay? It's fun. Like and subscribe, okay? Also, if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is not just signing off, and as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yerp!
Finish him, Daddy. Do not